Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Real Talk Journeys of Resilience and Success. And today we are on episode 44th, believe it or not, yes. And today's topic is From a Simple Desk to Limitless Dreams, Adelina's Journey to Purpose, Growth, and Generational Impact. So our guest today is Adelina Rollins, and she will be joining us in a few minutes. Before I dive into the topic, let me introduce myself. So, hi everyone, my name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama, but I currently reside in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor. I also want to remind everyone that we have a live webinar every Tuesdays and Thursdays. Is a free info session if you want to learn how to start your online business and start earning online. We do have that free info session every Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5 p.m. PST and 8 p.m. EST. So if you want to learn, how you can start your online business and start earning online, all you have to do is just register into my website that appears here on the screen with your name and email address, and I'll send you that invitation to watch the webinar. So when you register into my website, you will receive an email that will contain two links. The first one is to register for the live webinar. That one will take you to a page that will have two buttons, one for Tuesday and one for Thursday. So you can register for either one or for both. The second link that you have there is the link of the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot attend to the live webinar, that's not a problem. You can always catch the replay and watch it from the comfort of your own home. Um, so in addition to that, I also invite you to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. Now you probably wonder, okay, so what am I going to find out on the webinar? So on the webinar, you're going to find out how our online business plan works. And also you get the opportunity to hear from the panelists, which are members of our community, who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So let's find out who were the hosts and panelists from yesterday's live webinar. Okay, so yesterday's live webinar, we had Chris and Karen. So Chris is a former firefighter and Karen is a former elementary vice principal. Our first panelist is Anne. She's a sales and marketing executive. We have Rika, registered nurse, Tony, an IT, and Rita, a recruitment. We also have Anibel, a retired nurse. We have Rada, a former corporate employee. We have Manisha Bahen, former brick and mortar business owner, and Sangita, a software engineer. So as you see, we have all different walks of life and different ages, but they all have something in common, and that is, they decided to take that leap of faith to change their lives and their families' lives. So if you want to catch this replay before next Tuesday's live webinar, all you have to do is just register into my website, and I'll send you that replay of this webinar. Now, our replays have subtitles in several languages, and our live webinar has subtitles in 5 languages: the Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. So there you go. Now you know what to do. So again, if you want to learn how to start your online business and start earning online, all you have to do is just register into the website. Okay, so let's dive into our topic. Like we mentioned, today we are on episode 44. And our topic today is From a Simple Task to Limitless Dreams, Adelina's Journey to Purpose, Growth, and Generational Impact. So our guest today is Adelina Rawlins, and she will be joining us in a few minutes. But before I bring her in, let me introduce her to you guys, okay? So I'm so excited to introduce today's amazing guest, Adelina. She's originally from the beautiful island of Santa Lucia, and now living in Ontario, Canada. Adelina is a proud mother of 3 and grandmother of 3. So she works as a support worker by choice and is also a part-time digital business owner and mentor. So tired of feeling stuck in the same routine, she decided it was time for a change to create more freedom, flexibility, and purpose in her life. So Adelina's story is one of courage, growth, and taking action when life calls for something more. So let's get ready to be inspired by Adelina's story. So let me bring Adelina to the studio. Hi, Adelina. Thank you for coming.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're coming from. My name is Adelina Rollins. I'm originally from St. Lucia, an island where that is a very sweet island, and I'm residing in Canada. My story began when I came to Canada as an immigrant. I came with high hopes, I came with dreams, I came with goals, and we all know that when we migrate to a country, we have that hopes and that dream. But to tell you the truth, in that hope and that dream, it cut short. It cut short. Why? At a certain point, my eldest daughter felt ill and she passed. And that brought me to a place where, when you feel that, all hope is gone. You know you have you have kids, and then you feel that, it is you to, put them to it's there to do you, but it's not you to bury, right? So but it was hard. I went through a lot in that. I'm living, but the inside is crying out. But eventually, in going through life, I found a little church group I was going to, and in that, it helped. They helped, me come back to where I was. But there were still other issues, but it's personal, so I do not want to really put that. But I when I got that issue resolved, that's when I began to say, okay, there is something that I needed. But first I did the course, the personal support worker course. And in doing that, I realized that it's not what I want for the rest of my life. But while sitting in my little corner in my room, and I decided that I want more. That the soul is crying for more, and I want something that my life will reflect, for the generation to come, or to reflect that somebody can gain something from whatever that is within. And plus, I wanted time. I wanted time for myself. I wanted to travel. I wanted, that, I don't have to figure out I'm living from paycheck to paycheck, but you want the time, you want the freedom, you want the flexibility. So I said, okay, I will need passive income. And then I said, okay, you sit and you watch television day in, day out, but they are making their passive income. What about me? I asked that question. What about me? Why am I sitting there after I finish do all my chores? Why am I sitting there and I'm not, earning extra income? So I decided to, do some research, and there was an ad that came to me about I think about 3-4 years ago. And when I saw it, I was skeptical. I said, these things, they always come with things, and then when you had a shout, they rip you, right? So I said, no, I'm not going to listen to that. Let that go. But little do I know, when I did make up my mind and say, well, I am ready to look for a passive income, little do I know, the ad showed back. It came back to me. I saw it. I said, oh, you are speaking to me right now. So what I did, I bookmarked it, and then I said I'd watch it later. But when I watched it, because there was a webinar, it would turn into a webinar. When I sat and I watched it, I said, oh, that I'm going to do it. Because when you watch, there is all works of life. There is nurses, there is doctors, there is people just like you and I are watching, did the business. There is even those that older than me, and they said age is not a number. You are not too late. You are not too old for you to do it. And I said, okay. I decided. I joined, and today, in that little corner in my room, that little desktop, that little corner, that little, I'll say, well, it has grown, and it has given me a little, an esteem that, I am putting something out there. It's not for myself. That mission is to help others, um, do the same, just like me. Because, what will I say again? Because it's not, just okay. All right. As I said, it helps me put out what I have out there, so others can get a blessing out of it. And as I will say that, that being, when you my why, I didn't say my why, especially my why, when you're tired of being stuck in
Mm-hmm.
a corner, or you're tired of being stuck in the same routine, or you're tired of, when you head out there, and then, the responses you're getting from the boss, or who it is, or sometimes, it's not. And even from the I can't even from, from others, what you get from them, it's, it gives you a place that, I'm tired. You'll say, I'm tired, I don't know what to do, I am tired of being stuck. What will I gain from being stuck? And plus, my kids, my grandkids, I want to leave a legacy for the generation. In that business, you can, if you're just too tired to go on, you can just pass it to your grandkids. So, in all that, I decided that I wanted to do it, and I did the business. And, what else will I put again? Okay, there's one more thing I want to say. When I started the business, I had no roadmap, I
Mm-hmm.
had no vision, I had no I had no courage. You just saying, they tell me I have to do this, and they tell me I have to do that. But, that fear that's within us, we all have that fear, that, what people will say when we put this out and we put that out. I had all that in me, all that in me. And, I thank God that, today, that, it's getting out little by little. And, what else I will say? Um,
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, one more thing about the, being afraid of the unknown. That's one, I had also, I'll say, well, okay, I joined that business. Why did I do it? Um, how will I reach from point A to point B? What will I say from, about this or about that? And what, how, I had all these skeptical in me. But today I can say that, it has brought me to that little desk, that limited desk, where I can grow. And, that is, what else will I say again to others? Guys, I'm just being myself.
Mm-hmm.
so, so, what again I'll say?
Well, thank it's okay. I have some questions for you though.
Okay, all right.
But I want to say thank you for sharing that. And sorry about your loss, about your daughter loss. So, um, I'm feeling deeply, I didn't know your story. So thank you for sharing that.